Fans, I can go on and on and on about the NBA ratings. I can go on and on about the amount of people associated with this gaslighting campaign that's going around from the league office to the broadcast networks, ESPN, the media, everybody. We are being fed a line of bullshit about these ratings, and I am going to explain to you why.
NBA History Channel is brought to you by Prize Picks.
Today, I'm not going to go through and explain the damages of things like player empowerment or player movement, players' lack of loyalty to teams, cities, markets, and those fan bases, aka the LeBron James effect. Again, back up. This video is not about why the product is stinking of late. It's not about too many threes or, lack of ball movement or lack of defense or too many travels even. It's not about the product stinking. For today's purposes, I want to explain exclusively the reasons why the NBA is lying to you about the current ratings crisis.
There's never been more engagement in the NBA than there is at this moment. No time in our history. So we're doing fine from a viewership standpoint. I mean, I hear the narrative. I think it's nothing new. You've been around the league for a long time. It's a bit of a sport to pick on the league on occasion. I get it. We got to respond to the critics as well.
Constant propaganda from the league and ESPN. Since Christmas Day, there has been a shit ton of propaganda sent out on the airwaves, both on YouTube, social media, ESPN, online, in articles about the whopping 84% increase year over year in ratings for Christmas Day. And it's true. The NBA did demolish their 2023 NBA ratings on Christmas Day. But folks, there's a reason why. In 2023, the NBA featured their standard slate of 5 games. They were split up broadcasting between ESPN and national ABC. 2 went to ABC, 3 on ESPN. Obviously, the nationally televised ESPN games bolster ratings, and that's fair enough. In 2023, the NBA featured these marquee matchups. They amassed a television audience of 14 million, down only 30% from 2022. Sound familiar? Now fast forward to 2024. The NBA's standard 5-game slate brought in 5.25 million viewers, an incredible 84% increase year over year to their 2023 Christmas Day numbers. Now you may ask yourself, what's the difference? The NBA must be doing amazing. Well, these numbers are deceiving, folks, and I think it's important that you understand as fans exactly what's going on here. This Christmas, yes, ratings were up 84%. And as a matter of fact, right after the NBA Christmas Day games, the massive 80-some% 10-year deficit in NBA ratings over the course since 2012 and the 29% ratings decrease year over year on the regular season vanished right after Christmas Day. And now suddenly, the NBA is showing a 5% increase in year-over-year numbers for the regular season. And everybody is doing a victory dance. Yep, they're running around saying the NBA's problems are solved and everything is okay. Again, fans, you're being lied to. An incredible 84% increase year-over-year on Christmas Day numbers has wiped away the massive deficit year-over-year regular season numbers. Gone. They vanished. It's miraculous. And why? Because the NBA blew up Christmas Day. Right? Wrong. I'm calling bullshit. And here's why. This Christmas in 2024, amidst the chaos and poor publicity of the NBA ratings that's been floating around the internet, radio, television, everywhere you go, all of us talking heads are what? Talking about the NBA ratings. This year, the NBA conveniently simulcasted not 2, not 3, not 4, but all 5 marquee matchups on Christmas Day. If ESPN and ABC are simulcasting every single game that plays, there's going to be a massive increase in the audience, and it could be up to 2 million viewers just based on the national broadcast numbers combining. I don't know how to say this to you without sounding like a boomer with my boomer takes or a cynic, but fans, you're being intentionally fed inflated ratings and audience numbers. And it seems that nobody is really doing any kind of investigation or under the cover on this, because no one's talking about it. These ratings year over year for Christmas are inflated dramatically. They leave out mention of how the NFL destroyed the NBA with streaming, and they also leave out the simulcast, which again can add up to 2 million viewers to a broadcast. Remember, ESPN is in far fewer households than ABC. Many more people see the broadcast, and therefore the numbers are significantly inflated. And conveniently, they do wipe out the year-over-year full regular season poor ratings, and thus imaginarily end the NBA ratings crisis. But I beg to differ. Folks, they're not comparing apples to apples, and again, Adam Silver is lying to you. Number 2, more gaslighting. Bogus excuses for why the ratings early on in the NBA season tanked. Adam Silver goes on every TV broadcast or podcast that he could get on to try and gaslight and tell everybody that there's no problems with the NBA ratings. I mean, if you listen to the man's press conference from the in-season tournament, it was like we were on another planet, as if everything that we're seeing isn't true in regards to the problems with the NBA product and what's being reported in regards to the NBA ratings. Now, the NBA commissioner will tell you that it was full swing of the NFL or the World Series, as if those two events don't happen every single year coinciding with the NBA season tipping off. Of course, my favorite is the presidential campaign. What? The presidential campaign? That is the most ridiculous nonsense or explanation in regards to why. What are they competing with? Like, was there nightly debates with the presidential campaign? I mean, was everybody that's an NBA fan saying, hey, listen, I got to watch Fox News or CNN or I don't even know. I don't really understand how, besides on November 5th, which the NBA ceases playing so people can vote, how the presidential campaign is going to really affect the NBA ratings. So far, what do we know? We know Christmas Day, complete gaslighting, complete inflation of numbers, rigging the distribution. And this isn't the first time the NBA has done it. So I'm not going to pretend like the NBA just was like, oh, Adam Silver was sitting around the house going, or around the conference room going like, I have an idea. They've done this in years past when there's been rating dips, especially since the NFL started to invade the NBA's Christmas Day. So all in all, what is the true numbers? Well, we don't know because they're fudging them. The only thing you really look at as a determining factor possibly is what would the ratings be if the NBA went to their standard 2/3, 2 on ABC, 3 on ESPN. I mean, we could look at that in the 2022 numbers. And I'm going to end with this, give you this takeaway. This video isn't, again, why the rating sucks, why the product sucks, too many threes, too many fouls, not enough physicality. I mean, I could go on and on and on as to why the product is no longer as fun to watch, but I'll save that, I think, for another video. As for today, I wanted to, for fun, look back at the 2020 election, but it's just too difficult with half-full gyms, and just the COVID really skewed all those numbers. It's not apples to oranges for me to compare 2020 to 2024 in regards to the presidential campaign's effects on NBA ratings. But what I'm telling you today is when you hear Adam Silver go on television, on podcasts, when you see these silly billboard social media posts touting 5% year-over-year ratings increase, 84% year-over-year Christmas Day ratings increase, I just want you to be informed as to what the truth is. The NBA is, yes, at a 5% increase year over year after the massive inflation that happened on Christmas Day. In another video, I'll definitely look at, what's going on in regards to the style of play and why fans, especially older fans, might be fed up with what some of the things that we're seeing on the court. But for today, I just wanted to keep it to the gaslighting. The NBA continues to do it, and I think it's bullshit, man. I think fans are way too intelligent to buy this nonsense. We see what we're seeing. The NBA has problems far beyond just what's going on the court and with the players and all the other noise that's been coming, out in the media, inflating numbers, pulling tricks to make the numbers look better, it really is telling into where the game really is at. I mean, it makes me believe that the NBA really has no answers for why. And they have absolutely no answers for what to do when going head to head with football. I mean, it's a disaster. If you agree with me, tell me, like the video. If you disagree with me, you can comment below. I'll be sure to comment back. And please subscribe to this channel. I'm Nick Gelso, and that's today's Boomer Take.
NBA History Channel is brought to you by Prize Picks and the Game Time app.